What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. So we have a lot of work to do, so let's get right into it. So after doing 3 minutes of running or jumping rope or rowing or whatever it is you do for cardio, come on back in and we'll do the warm-up. So you have 3 rounds of the Samson stretch to runner stretch. So it's a combo stretch, right? So nice and wide. We want to create some distance between our 2 feet here. Generally what we use this for is to stretch out the hip flexors, and yes, we will do that today, but we're also going to use it to stretch out the ankle. The ankle is a very important joint when we're talking about pistol squats or any kind of unilateral squats. So coming into your Samson stretch, I want you also thinking about moving your knee close to the floor and around, and then press through your heel, straighten your leg into that runner stretch, keeping your chest upright, twist your torso, and then reach down for the ground until you feel that pull from your IT band and your calf there. And then at that point, come back into your Samson stretch, move your knee around, press through your heel, and then back into your runner stretch. This is a dynamic stretch combining those 2. So you'll press through each stretch 5 times on each side. From there you have the down dog walk. You know it's my favorite, down dog. But it is a very valid stretch to stretch out the posterior chain as well as your ankles once again. So from the quadruped position, press through your palms, bring your head and chest through your shoulders, and then get your heels on the ground while straightening your knees. Right, so for this stretch, you're gonna bend one knee, press into the opposite heel, and then switch. Count to 10. Count 1 every time you switch until you get to 10 for that one. Your last stretch is going to be the Cossack squat. Once again, dynamic stretch, right? So we're moving through it, we're getting to that uncomfortable point, and then coming back to a neutral position, right? So feet are nice and wide. Hinge first, then bend one knee, point the opposite toe up to the ceiling, and get your butt as low as you can so you feel that inner thigh stretch. Once you feel that uncomfortable portion of the stretch, great, press through this heel and then come onto the opposite side, get as low as you can once again on the other side. So every time you switch, count 1 until you get to 10. You've got 3 rounds of those guys. From there, we're going to do our strength portion before our skill portion today. I think that it would be a great idea to excite the central nervous system and the motor neurons before we try to make the body and brain do some pretty skilled gymnastics work. So for your strength, you're going to have 3 rounds of 12 goblet squats. Okay, let me get the goblet here. Boom. So holding your goblet to your chest, hips go back, knees come out to the side, sit down, get your butt below your knees, pop up and squeeze your glutes at the top. Boom. From there, I want you to go right into either a hurdle jump or a tuck jump. Got my handy dandy hurdle here, right? So for that, remember, right, use your upper body as momentum to help that explosive movement from the legs. Reach back behind you, throw your arms forward, jump high, land soft, and stand up. If you don't have a hurdle or a Mott's box like I do, fear not, you can do tuck jumps. I'd rather you do tuck jumps than squat jumps though, okay? I want to get an explosive movement right after that strength movement. So for your tuck jumps, hands come back, start from that squat position, jump up high, get your knees up, and land soft. Whew, that's good work. From there, you have 8 on each side, single arm floor press. So for that, knees are bent, feet are flat, and we have a 45-degree angle here at the elbow. Press up so that the dumbbell is over your chest, not your face. Bring it straight back down and up again. 8 on one side and then 8 on the other side. Directly after that, I want you to go into your plyo push-ups. So you can do these from your feet. You can also do these from your knees. So don't worry if you're not great at push-ups, right? So from the feet, all we do is when we press up from the ground, we do so in an explosive way so that the hands leave the ground. Boom, boom. From the knees, it looks just like that, except we're on our knees, right? All right, so you'll have 4 of those right after you do your floor presses. The last one, and you will all probably hate me for this one, but that's okay. So it's called the isometric split squat lift. So for that, you're going to come into your half kneeling position first, right? Make sure that your toes are dug in, that your feet are nice and in a nice stable position, because you're going to bring this knee up off the ground 1 inch, right? So we're going to bring it up 1 inch from the ground and then perform your lift. So from the hip to the chest, press up over the shoulder, back to the chest, and then back to the hip. You're never going to let your knee come back onto the ground until you complete all 8 reps. Okay, now that can be quite brutal, but I believe in all of you to be able to keep that knee up as you complete those reps. It's getting hot in my apartment. Summer's here though, spring. So after that, we'll work on the skills. So we're gonna work on our pistol squat skills today. So I know that some of you, everyone here watching this video is at different levels as far as like how many pistol squats they can do, how well they can do their squats, etc. I want each and every one of you to go through these fundamental basic movements. If you're good at split squats or at pistol squats, it's going to make you better. If you're not so good, it's going to make you better. So everyone stands to benefit from these. So we have 4 rounds of 10 close stand squats. So stand as close as your mobility will allow for these. Extend your arms and then get your butt below your knees. 10 of those. From there, you have the single leg squat to box. So I can use this 12-inch Mott's box and not fear that I'm going to crush it. If that is not your truth, there are lovely couches here to catch you. The main point of this is to build your confidence with these single leg squats so that you have the confidence to get lower and lower, knowing that something's there to catch you if you fall. So for your single leg squat to box, we're lifting one leg, extending the arms in the direction of the working leg, tap your butt, and then come up. The reason why I like to use this box is because it keeps me honest. So it keeps me from sitting down and then standing back up. But if you can't go down to a 12-inch box, it's okay. Start where you're at, get stronger there, and then slowly start to tap your butt to something lower and lower and lower. You'll have 6 of those. From there, we're going to do the single leg squat to box again, except this time we're going to use a counterweight. Generally, I would use a lighter counterweight, but this is pretty much all I have. So this is the lightest weight that I have. So I just want to demonstrate with it. When you have a counterweight, you extend the weight as you lower in the direction of the working leg. So it would look like this. Tap, and then pull it back to your chest as you raise. All right. From there, you have the eccentric step down. You can use the same box or your couch for this. I can't stand on that box, I'll crush it. So actually, I'm gonna use this chair. This chair is a little unstable, but it should be okay for demonstration. So I'm going to start here and then slowly lower down. Let me skip a little, there we go. Slowly lower down. Tap your hip foot behind you, and then raise back up. Right? Notice how I'm trying to keep my knee over my heel when I perform this movement. And try not to use your foot to propel yourself back up. So don't bounce at the bottom of that one. So you have 6 on each side for that. From there, if you have pistols, you'll do pistols, right? You can either grab your foot. I'm not good at doing it with grabbing my foot. I just like to lower down and then come back up. But if you start to feel pain in this hip flexor, it's likely because it's working too hard and you might want to grab your foot on the way down. If you don't have pistols, then you'll just do weighted step-ups to the same chair or whatever it was that you did your step-downs, your eccentric step-downs. All right, so you have 4 rounds of each of those movements. Enjoy. So I'm not going to go through your burn today, but your finisher is actually up on Zen Planner today. So for all of you competitive folks out there, myself included, who love to put your scores into Zen Planner, your burn is up there. So it's 3 rounds for time, 20 rows, 20 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, 40 jumping lunges, 30 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, and 20 rows. It's a long one, but I feel like we can all get through it, especially knowing that someone else's time is going to be up there that you might have to beat. So if you guys have any questions, reach out. Other than that, enjoy, guys. Have a great Monday.